Okay, hey, how you doing? My name is Coffea Iman. I am the owner and creator of Coffea Magazine. So we like to focus on the lifestyles of entrepreneurs and people that are coming up in their particular industry. So I hear you have a custom rim shop or you do custom work on cars. Tell me a little bit about that, CJ.
Yeah, I got a partner with somebody, got a custom rim shop out in Joliet, Illinois. I got a lot of custom cars. We sell wheels, lifts, a lot of different stuff. I build a lot of crazy cars for myself, so that's what we do here. We build
Okay.
cars, sell wheels.
What made you go into that particular business?
I always liked cars since I was little. Like I always liked racetracks and cars and stuff. So when I got older and was able to get a car, I just like to customize everything.
That's it.
Yeah, just like I just
Have you
always like cars, just like looking at cars, looking
Okay,
at
have you ever raced cars or it's just strictly custom work?
um I've raced for fun, but I'm not really into that. I do a lot of car shows, like a lot of dub shows, a lot of local shows. I like hood shows, so I do those type of things. Not really into the racing, but I like the customization because you can just the sky's the limit when it comes to
Okay.
that. Like,
What's the
so that's what
wildest or the most expensive customized work you've done?
the most expensive car I built probably would have been my Challenger on 34s. I think I put like like over 140,000 in it. So that was my crazy work. It had like the 34-inch rims. The interior was all customized, crazy paint job. It was everywhere too. It went viral. I done a I done a few interviews with it too from like people from London based, but I end up selling it. So that was
You
the
sold
most money
it.
I yeah, so it's in Vegas now.
Okay. So when you do custom work on just the tires, you do the custom work on interior, you do paint job on a car as well?
No, I got shops that do that, but here basically at my shop we just like sell people wheels, tires, packages, we install them, like we do lifts, stuff like that, but not paint and interior here.
Okay. What's the biggest wheel you can put on a car?
The biggest wheel they make is a 34.
Okay.
They
So
just
you
take a
can put
lot
that
of
on
custom
any
work.
car or you have to customize the body of the car in order to fit that on there?
Um, the most cars that 34s put on is like a bigger car, like a Challenger, Camaro, Charger, because they got the bigger wheelbase, but everything customized. Like you have to do a lot of cutting, a lot of fabricating. So
Now,
that's
when you build a tire or put a tire that large on a car, is that car, can you drive that car anywhere or is it just for show?
you could drive it anywhere. It depends on who did it. If you do it right, you can drive it anywhere. Because I drove mine. I drove mine whenever I felt like it. So
Okay.
yeah, you could drive it if the work done right.
And how do you get into a vehicle that large?
It's not high. Like people think that it's high. Um, and people always be like, "You got a step ladder to get in there," and be like, "No, I just hop in and just hop in." Once you used to it, I'm just so used to it. It's not like it's sitting. Like back in the day, a car would sit this high from it. It's sitting like in the inside the
Inside
wheel
the
well.
inside the
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it's
Okay,
not like
I'm used to me personally, I'm used to race cars, so they're built to sit low on the ground.
right.
So, are you able to customize a car that's made that way, or you would have to do whatever based on that wheel alignment on that vehicle? Like, how do you judge which car is compatible to do such work on, or have you rejected jobs before because of that?
Um, no, I mean it's all about being different and making things happen. So we just did I want to say a Lincoln. We just did a Lincoln, and he wanted 30s on there. We made it happen. So it's not. I think anything's possible. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, do you have to put like high performance tires on there, or like do you switch the tires out? Like, how do you judge what you do for each rim?
No, it's not. It's only like when you get that big, it's only like two or three companies to choose from when you go real big on wheels. So it's basically that's what it is. It's not picking. They all do the same thing, so it's not a higher performance. It's just a different brand from a different company. when you go that big. When you riding smaller, yeah, it's a lot. Like you got a lot of different tire brands. So
now, do you compete in competitions based on this, or is this such a competition for this?
yeah, yeah. I mean, the competition is the car shows, like the Dub shows, and just the local shows or wherever a show at. And I feel like going that's what I build it for. And then it helped me build my brand. Like it helped me build my brand. Having the crazy cars is what really started the brand. My brand is the 32 game. Like that's what I call my subscribers. So it helped build me. It helped build my brand. So it's like for our culture, I can safely say I'm the king of that. Like there ain't nobody above me.
And you specialize, you said you started with 32s.
Nah, I mean, shit, I had rims since like 97. I started with like truck bones and Vogue. So it's like I just kept up with times. And when 32s first came out, I got 32s. Then I went 34s. But now I don't own nothing with 32s on it besides my truck. I lowered everything down. So the cars I got now they're more expensive. So everything is more, they still custom, but they're simpler, like 26s. I got 9 cars and 8 of them got 26s.
Okay. Has the change in the environment now, like everything is locked down, has that put any type of burden on your business right now or no?
Nah, because the business here at the shop, I want to say it right, essential business, so we can stay open, and it hasn't slowed down surprisingly. Like people come buying rims still.
With nowhere to go.
Shout out to Trump for them stimulus checks because they sure was in here spending them. So yeah.
With nowhere to go, they like, let me get some rims still. I gotta sit outside my house. Okay.
Yeah, they still buying rims, and then it's like YouTube, like that's a $1 billion company. Like you can just keep uploading videos. That's not going to stop. That's not going to stop paying you. Like that's my main source of income. It's not even the shop, it's YouTube now.
So do you do any classes on YouTube? Do you explain how you get it done, or is it strictly like a video diary?
Nah, it's basically them get to see me, the cars I build. It's basically like a life vlog, what I get up and do every day in the cars. The cars is what brought the people there, and now they there for me and what I do. Like I do stuff with my kids on the channel too sometimes. So it's just like I got all these characters and people around me that I bring in. So it's kind of like a car life channel, pretty much.
Okay. So is everything like, what type of people do you get to connect with? Have you traveled internationally? Because you said you speak to people across seas, but have you went over there and did anything with the cars or custom work?
Nah, I don't. I'm not big on traveling. Probably the most I did this year was like go to Vegas, probably like 4 times. I got a friend down there who actually bought like 4 of my custom cars, and I built like 3 for him. So he's a bigger YouTuber than me. A lot of people know him. CJ So Cool. He's one of the biggest black YouTubers. So I really don't travel that much. I just go to his house and we vlog and just motivate each other. So.
And what does he specialize in? The same thing, or he doesn't do custom work at all?
No, he don't do custom work at all. He has a family channel. Okay. So his channel based off of his family and doing like pranks and challenges with his family. Okay.
Do you have a lot of women customers, or is it strictly men?
It's more men. It's more man. You get women in here though, but it's more men that come in here. Well, the women come in here, if they buy wheels, they be back the next week because they done hit a curve and scrape them up. So
what you trying to say?
y'all don't know how to swerve. Y'all don't know how to whip it.
So they just get it for show, but they don't know how to drive.
Nah, women don't know how to drive without wheels, so they definitely. Yeah,
my feelings
are scared to death when I'm in the car with a woman and she driving, man.
My feelings are hurt.
Maybe you might be different. Maybe you can swerve.
Well, my dad raced cars, so he taught me how to drive. And so we went to a lot of those type of shows where they did maybe foreign cars or race cars, but I've never been to a rim show, sorry to say. So that has to be something that has to be super exciting to see, especially if a wheel is pretty much the same height as you. So
Yeah.
I'm all so how do you install a rim that large? Is it the same as installing a regular rim, or?
Yeah, once the modification's done, then it's pretty much the same way to install. The problem comes with the wheel's so big, you can't set it on a machine, so it's like kind of done on the ground sometimes, like the old-fashioned way. But
Got
once
it.
you get everything put together, you can balance it the same way and put it on the same way. It's just a lot of work, a lot of modification, a lot of cutting, a lot of welding.
So how long does a job like that last? How long can someone keep a tire that size on a vehicle?
You know what? I've never seen or never had to change a tire before that big, like even burning out, because the car that I had, the Challenger, I used to burn out and like do burnouts with it. I
Yeah.
really never saw the tire wear down. It's weird, but we never had to change one unless somebody got a flat or something. But as far as like a regular car, the tires going bald, I haven't seen that yet.
Is it because people don't drive it as much, or what do you think that is?
Yeah, it could be that too. Probably. Yeah. I drove mine a lot though. I drove mine a lot. Like
You went
I
to the
drove
grocery
it a lot.
store on 32s?
No, I just like drive like back and forth from like
Okay.
Joliet to Chicago, all around Chicago. So when you meet up with the other cars in Chicago, that's all we do is drive around all day, like all day, line full of cars
Okay.
driving around. So
So is a particular car club that you would have to basically pay to get into, or you generally just meet up with whoever?
no, I mean it's kind of like a car scene, and everybody just know, you got Joe Washington Park, and then you got behind the museum, and then you got 79th and Stony. They call that South Chicago. So it's just like word of mouth, and everybody know where to come for the summer. Like we here, and that's just how it is. As far
Okay.
as car shows go, you meet with your friends, you meet with your car clubs, and y'all just go to the car shows and compete against other car clubs.
But are you in the car club yourself or no?
Yeah, I'm in a car club, but
Okay.
I'm in a car club, but not really in a car club. So, I got my own movement. I got my own thing. So,
Okay.
when I go to the show, I'm with the car club. But other than that, I'm doing my own thing.
And what's the craziest rim you put on a car? Like, is it anything like got diamonds on it, or like what's the craziest the rim has come? Do you actually make the rim, or you just order them?
No, you order them, but as far as the craziest wheel was, I was the first person ever in the world to have their own rim for the culture released at SEMA, and that's in Vegas. That's like the world's biggest auto show.
Mm-hmm.
I had a wheel that was under contract. I had a CJ on 32s wheel with Rucci. So that was the wildest and the craziest thing ever, because it was like, man, just walking in there and seeing that big 32 on top of everything standing out in a place that's not meant for us
Yeah.
was everything.
So you said you were the first in the world to have one?
Yeah, my custom rim with my name on it.
And is that rim? Do you still use that rim? And can people purchase that rim?
People can still purchase the rim. They still got my name on it, but I'm not with that company no more.
Okay.
So
Now, have you ever thought about creating your own company, another company, to stand alone and create those size rims, or you strictly like just installing the ones you buy?
well, I've been in talk with some people. I can make my own wheels if I wanted to, but I feel like it's too much time consuming and it's not worth it. Like my main focus right now is YouTube and YouTube only. Like
Okay.
that's the pot of gold. So it's like everything else I don't want to do.
Okay. Now, would you ever consider having your own show outside of YouTube, like on Netflix, or have
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
that been in the works at all, or no?
I'm on I'm on I'm on a few shows. I'm on a show, like I said, once again, no other black person would in within this car culture that we do with the big wheels ever been on. I don't even think a black person ever been on this show. One of my cars premiered on the A&E channel, Count Customs. I got a couple of documentaries with this the people based in London called Beercraft. So I mean, if the opportunity present itself, then I'm in.
Okay. So we hopefully that's 2021. We gonna wait on that and make sure that's a big launch for you there, because I see you record. How often do you record for YouTube? Is that a daily thing?
Every day. I
Okay.
upload every day. Every day. Like,
That in itself is a job, I can see.
yeah, it's a job when you do everything yourself. First off, it's a job finding content. That's why I got so many cars, because I got content every day. So I'm always getting something done to them. It's a job, but it's worth it. And you don't look at it when you love it and you see how many people support you. I gotta have a 500,000 subscribers on there. So when you see how people support you and love you, that's what motivates me and keep me going.
Okay. So do you have anything new for us coming up? Everybody that's watching next year. Like, do you have anything in the works that we can look forward to as far as bigger projects?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff in the works right now. And like I said, you got it with YouTube, you got to keep going. If you're not buying stuff and keeping your fan base entertained, they're not gonna watch it. So I always got cars and things in the works, and I'm about to buy my second supercar for the year next week. So I always got things coming. So basically, I'm entering 2021 the way I entered 2020.
Okay, so you bought a supercar last year?
No, I bought a 2020 C8 Corvette. That's the mid-engine Corvette, and then next week I'm buying a Lamborghini Huracan. So
okay,
yeah,
and you
and,
gonna do work on that one too?
I'm gonna put wheels on there, but when you get into buying a $350,000 car, that just means I can't do that. But it's like I worked my ass off this year. I worked so hard to get to where I'm at. I just feel like this is the next biggest step to feel like I made it. You know, I thought the C8 was, but you know, a Corvette still a Corvette, a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
I don't know one person from around here that's been through what I've been through and made it to go buy a Lamborghini.
Okay, now for those type of cars, I know like if you do any type of change on it, it may change the value of the car. Is that go across the board for any of the cars or no?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't buying my cars to trade them in, though. I'm buying them to start a fleet. So yeah, when you modify a car, you definitely gonna lose value, and if it's cut up, you're definitely not taking it back to the dealership. So I'm actually the first person to paint my C8 because they just came out. They in highly demand, but GM recognized it. GM Authority recognized it, and they actually just put out a crazy article about it. And see, that's why I stand out for most people, because I take chances, I take risks with what I do. So you know that's major if GM recognizing what you did to a car that just came out, and it's
they may question why. Yeah, they may question why, and then they like the chance that you took on modifying a creation they thought was okay.
They love the car.
Have any of the car companies ever approached you to design or modify cars they have coming out stock?
Nah, I'm still a little guy, but you know the local dealerships and everybody, like I got hella relationships with them. So that's what it's about. You got to build strong relationships. So they'll eventually, I'm gonna get in the door somewhere. I just got to keep pushing and keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay. Totally agree with that. Do you have any advice to give anybody who's trying to start at the ground level? Do you offer internships? Like, how can somebody get into this particular game and know the ropes accurately versus just going out messing up other people's cars?
It's just a process. Like it take years to learn that stuff. Like it take years to learn about your bolt patterns and your offsets and your lug patterns. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I mean, it's never too late to start. Some people learn faster than others. So my advice would be Just gotta try it out, see if you like it. That's basically it. You gotta try it out. You never know if you don't try it out. You know, if you never test the waters, how you gonna know if that's what you want to do?
That's true.
You gotta love what you do. If you look at it as a job, it's gonna be harder. But if you got passion for what you're doing, it's easy. It's easier.
Yeah, and I see you have a lot of passion for it. If you have to do it every day in, you don't seem tired. You said you was tired, but you
Yeah, I'm
don't look
tired.
tired.
I'm tired. I think I do got some bags under my eyes now because I just go. I just go. Like, you only live once, so it's like the time is now. Like, I can't let my foot off the gas. So like I said, it's to the point where people come to my house, no matter where I'm at. Kids come up to me and hug me and tell me I motivate them. It's just crazy. It's crazy, and I never been a people's person, so that was the hardest thing. I never liked people. I never liked talking to people. I never liked being around a lot of people. But it's crazy, especially just coming from where I came from, in and out of prison, to just only over this 3-year period, just really like taking off. So
What made you decide to make a change? Because you had to have a huge life change in order to be that focused.
shit. Well, you just get tired. Like, it's like this. It's like you get some people that grow up and they be around it, but when you like born into gangs and just crazy stuff, is this a little different, and it's hard to get away from. But then it's like one day you just gonna wake up and you just get tired of the other stuff, and you just be like, man, I got to do better for myself. I got to do better for my family. So that's pretty much where it came from. Like, man, I always knew I was gonna be somebody, but I always got sidetracked and never really knew how to separate myself.
Okay. Well, keep up the good work. Like I said, I'm not going to tie you up. If they want to see more about CJ on 32s, they can go where?
They can find me on YouTube. It's CJ on 32s. Follow me on Instagram. It's CJ underscore on 32s, and Facebook. You can follow me, Corey Jones, or you could just Google CJ on 32s to come right up.
He said Google him. He's nationwide, so no matter where you're at.
Yeah, they probably fill it in for you when you just put the C and J on there. It comes up.
Yeah, it happens to me. So I approve that message.
Yeah, we certified now. It's a great feeling too.
Well, I appreciate it. Hopefully one day we can link up in person, and maybe I can get a custom job since you're talking about females and cars. You're not gonna do us in driving. I'm not gonna come back to get it fixed.
Hey, whenever you're ready, man, you can stop by the shop. I can have some of my custom cars here, and people can get a real understanding of the details and the money and the passion that went into the car. So I'm always open. I'm always down. I think you got my number now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will definitely call in for some work. Thank you again. We really appreciate you stopping by, letting us get a little bit about what you do and where we can find you. And if you haven't heard about CJ on 32s, you're missing out. So make sure you follow him on his channel. He needs 1,000,002 followers at this point. So make sure.
Yeah, we on our way, man. That's the road.
Yeah,
that's
make sure you give him the props that's due. And thanks again.
Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
All right, talk to you.
All right, bye.
All right.
Thanks again, CJ on 32s, for stopping by. We really appreciate you taking time out and joining Coffea Interviewed today. So hopefully you guys follow him. Make sure you give him feedback on what you like and what you see, and get some custom work done. Thanks again, guys, for catching up with me and CJ.